one more thing.
Why Apple are great storytellers. Apple is not only known for its amazing devices and mesmerizing designs, but also for the way the devices and designs are presented. Apple has been holding its style of presentation for over 20 years, and during this time, their way of presentation has been creating anticipation of their devices among consumers. Apple does not only show a new product, but rather tells a story that attracts the audience and indulges them in the presentation, creating a special connection with the product or idea being presented. Suspense is built leading into the product reveal that makes the product feel larger than life. Nevertheless, these are very common techniques are being used by many other, so why does Apple feel more special than the others do? Hey guys, welcome back to another project where we discuss everything business, economics, and innovation. Hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we will discuss exactly how Steve Jobs and Apple as a brand has changed the standards of presentation in both tech and marketing. Let's get started. Steve Jobs, the greatest corporate storyteller. Many other presenters use the technique of storytelling in their presentations, but none of them have reached the position where Jobs stood regarding his presentation skills. He was undoubtedly the greatest corporate storyteller. Jobs was an astonishing presenter because he is well informed in his subject matter.
The first one is a widescreen iPod with touch controls.
He is inspired and entertaining. His keynote presentation attracts millions of views on YouTube, and their video sharing apps, Jobs has become an ideal as several other corporate managers try to imitate his style, based on what they learned from his biography by Walter Isaacson and The Innovation Secret of Steve Jobs by Carmine Gallo. Theories on presentation skills always talk about the expression of passion being the key driver in making a presentation impactful, but there are only a few who use this technique and still no one does it like Jobs. Steve Jobs was always passionate about his new designs and really loved the product that enabled him to channel his passion in his presentation. The use of words such as cool, amazing, or gorgeous was very common in Jobs' presentations. He used these words because he believes them to be true, and the way he uses them shows his sincerity. During presentations, the audience gives you the chance to be enthusiastic, and if you are not excited about the idea yourself, do not expect others to be so. Additionally, Jobs was known for his Twitter-friendly headlines. He often uses a one-sentence summary that captured the whole message he wanted to deliver. During the iPhone launch in 2007, there was a slide with the sentence, "Today Apple is going to reinvent the phone."
So, we're going to reinvent the phone. Now, we're going to start with a revolutionary user interface.
This sentence was used several times by Jobs during his presentations. Interestingly, a Google search for the sentence shows that this sentence was used in 25,000 blogs and articles covering the launch. This is a clear testament to Jobs' skill of using one-liners as a way to market the product he is presenting, and it works very well. The rule of 3. Number 3 is the most important number when it comes to presentations, and Jobs understood this fact very well. Apple's presentation of Steve Jobs was always divided into 3 parts: iPod functions of iPhone, the iPhone itself, and connecting to the internet. During his 2007 presentation, Jobs jumped on the stage and said, "Today we are introducing 3 revolutionary products. The first thing is a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is a revolutionary mobile phone. And the third is a breakthrough internet communication." These 3 products were repeated several times in Jobs' presentation. Now, he does not repeat these 3 products in every presentation, but he usually goes with the rule of 3, dividing his presentation into 3 parts that help him to communicate his message simply and effectively. This type of rollout has been used by Apple ever since and is a key staple in all their presentation to date. The rule of 3 can be divided into 3 parts: setup, conflict, and resolutions. This rule is even used in Hollywood movies and even in ancient Greek dramas. This can be considered a secret recipe to capture the attention of your audience. The time spent on these 3 parts and their structure play an important part in making the presentation effective. The setup is a short introduction that sets the mood and tone of the presentation. It is how you greet your audience and start your presentations. Jobs always started his presentation by bringing a broad scenario to the audience.
There's 4 smartphones, right? Motorola Q, the BlackBerry, Palm Treo, Nokia E62, the usual suspects. And what's wrong with their user interfaces? Well, the problem with them is really sort of in the bottom 40 there. It's this stuff right here. They all have these keyboards that are there whether you need them or not to be.
The consumer will never take interest in an idea or product unless it solves a real-world problem. Jobs starts by making the audience remember those problems and then telling them how he plans to solve them through his products. For the most part, Apple's strategic presentation works extremely well, and that's why they have sold hundreds of millions of products. But of course, that did not come without a few significant fails. Click on the link on the top right corner if you'd like to know more about Apple's biggest scandals. Conflict is another important part. Every successful story has a villain that initiates a conflict. Jobs used his competitors as villains and shows how his product is better than theirs.
And they all have these control buttons that are fixed in plastic and are the same for every application. Well, every application wants a slightly different user interface, a slightly optimized set of buttons.
Jobs always introduced his product after introducing the conflict, describing how his product was going to change the way people look at life and how his competitors have not been able to innovate such a product and why its uniqueness somehow worth that premium markup you'll see when you're adding to cart.
I'll do it for a MacBook Pro.
Resolution is the ending part. Apple resolutions are often inspirational, inspiring the audience to feel special for being a part of this show and a part of a brand. This is the part where you are completely convinced that the iPhone they are showing is better than the one they had shown you just a few months ago, and you feel inspired enough to pull out your credit card and buy. Fun is part of the strategy. Apple's presentation always ends with an inspiring note, something uplifting that makes the audience feel special. In almost all of their presentations, Steve Jobs and now Tim Cook end by telling the audience how excited they are about their presentation and about how much effort the company put in to these products. This makes the audience feel special, as if they're part of a movement. It makes the buyers of the products believe they're already part of the future of innovation. This, among other things, is why Apple has a loyal fan base compared to its competitors. With that said, that's all we have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. If you have anything you'd like to add to this really important topic, then don't forget to leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching, like and subscribe. Bye!